everybody, and welcome into this week's edition of the Coach O Show, an inside look at Northern Michigan University football. My name is Ryan Beckman. Joining me, the head coach of the Wildcats, Chris Ostrowsky. Coming up on this week's show, we'll take a look back at the road game against the Ashland Eagles. We'll get to know a couple of NMU student-athletes, and we'll get to the viewer question of the week as well. Wildcats go on the road for the first time this season, come up with a 52-24 loss to the Ashland Eagles. And Coach, we talked last week about how good they are, even though the record might not have shown it, but they really are a very good football team.
Yeah, very well coached, no question about it. Long trip for us, spent 11 hours down there, and great crowd, great environment, and I thought they really played well. I think I think we equally didn't play as well as we should. Consequently, you go down there and get a loss. And I think the big thing for us as a football program is what we can take out of that loss, bring back to Marquette, and get better as we go along this process of building something special.
Let's talk about a couple of players on the offensive side that I thought kind of performed well for you guys. The first is Dustin Thomas, seeing his first action as a Wildcat, taking over for Cody Sepanik. 8 of 11 passing, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought Cody got off to a really good start as well. Was about 65% passing and really tweaked his ankle bad. So we felt like we needed to go to Dustin, and Dustin just did a great job. Also at about 65% passing. So when you have 2 different quarterbacks go in there and give you that kind of production in the pass game, that's pretty good. Similar to Cody, it gives us a little burst in the run game. So I thought all in all, Dustin did a heck of a job for us, and it was good to see that.
Another guy that we've talked about before, but saw the bulk of the carries for the ground game, Keon Collier, 19 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Also dealing with injury was Wyatt Jerson, so it led to a little bit of an adjustment for us offensively, and I thought Keon shined. 19 carries, did a great job in our pass protection, which are things he had to learn to get better at, and scored a touchdown on a phenomenal play where he changed directions and got in the end zone, which we'll show on video here in a little bit. Keon's a special player and a special talent, and I'm happy for him.
Talk about his pass protection a little bit. I know that one play that comes to mind, at least for me in the first quarter, where I know the pass was incomplete, but with the pressure coming on Cody, he stepped up and really put a nice hit on the defender coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. When you come from high school and you're the featured tailback, if you will, sometimes there isn't a whole lot of pass protection responsibilities and or techniques. Here at the college level, you got to have running backs that can protect within your 6- and 7-man protection schemes. So that's something that Keon really wasn't comfortable with, and I think he's done a great job learning. The first deal is fundamentally teaching and then creating a little bit of physicality within your approach, and I thought he did both things very, very successfly for us Saturday night.
Well, here on the Coach O Show, let's get to know one of those NMU student-athletes that we talked with. Joining us, redshirt freshman running back Keon Collier. And Keon, let's start first of all about your decision to come to Northern Michigan. What was it about the campus, about this football team, about the community that brought you here?
Well, at first, I sent my tape specifically to Coach O. And he told me that he was up late at night. He doesn't sleep much, and he was looking at tapes, and he saw my tape, and he told me I was his guy. So then he drove, I don't know how many hours from the UP down to downstate to come get me personally. And that was a big deal to me that he came all the way this far. And, man, it was just almost a dream come true, really.
Now, you suffered an injury last year in the second game of the season. Talk about what was going through your mind at that time and the hard work and the rehab that you had to go through to get back on the football field.
The big deal is can you still do it? You look at professional athletes, Adrian Peterson, you look at Darrell Revis, countless stories from various athletes, Peyton Manning, that they go through rehab, go through these processes just to come back, just to play a game that they love. It's all about love. You gotta love the people that you're with in the locker room, your coaches. It has to be there, the synergy.
Talk about your first career touchdown. Got that in the Finley game. As you said, you worked your way back, found the end zone in your first game back. What was going through your mind at that point?
Gotta do it again.
Yeah.
Gotta get back here. It's a place where I belong to be, is the end zone, and I just feel that I always need to make repetitive touches and get there as many times as possible.
How about in the classroom? What's your major?
I'm a pre-medical student, and it's the same way with football or with school. You attack it with relentless effort, and and that's the only way to go about your life.
I imagine it would have to be difficult with a major like that to be a student athlete as well.
It is incredibly hard, but at the same time, you got to know what you want, and you got to seize it and take it from life. You can just not hand it to you.
How about your influences growing up? Who did you look up to, and who do you look up to now and still rely upon?
I rely on my mother almost for everything, I'll tell you that. But growing up, coaches were a big part of my life, as they are now. But my dad was my coach, so you can say my dad, and he was always there. He coached me Little League all through almost to high school until he couldn't anymore. And that was that's my guy, as well as Coach O is my guy, so I just try to keep it real with him.
Great. Keon, appreciate your time, and best of luck the rest of the way this season.
Awesome.
Let's get to know another NMU football player. Linebacker Morgan Stentz joins us now. Morgan, let's first talk about where you're from and how you found your way to northern Michigan.
I'm from Alpena, Michigan, 4 or 5 hours south of here. And I was actually born in the Air Force Base out here at KI. My dad was a fireman in the Air Force. And I didn't know I really wanted to play football until I was a junior in high school. And then I started looking around, and I had it in my mind I wanted to come to Northern.
Talk a little about what it means to you to be voted one of the team captains in your senior year by your teammates.
It's obviously a huge deal to me. I mean, these are my peers, these are my friends, these are the guys I go to war with, and for them to notice like what I've done and want to make me a leader or someone they follow or listen to, I mean, that's a huge deal for me.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little about this football team here, and it seems that you guys are a very close-knit group. Is that a fair assessment with this football team?
Yeah, I mean, it's a family. I mean, these guys are from all over the place, and we have so many new faces compared to last year. And I always tease Coach O and tell him that he's like Denzel. You know, there's no black, there's no white. We're all just buddies. I wouldn't be able to experience that without football. What
has the game of football taught you about life, and what can, after you're done, take into your life as far as moving on? Yeah, I mean, there's an unbelievable amount of references you can make to the game of football, whether it's teamwork and other things like that. But for me, the biggest thing has been, you know, if you want to do something, do it. To hang in there and, you know, get to where I am now and where this team is now, it's a huge accomplishment, and I've learned a lot from that. Morgan, appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about the defense from the Ashland game. And one of the players that we've talked about in fall camp, and I thought kind of stepped up a little bit, got in the mix a little bit, was Kyle Polk.
Yeah, you know, Kyle was playing again because of injury to Morgan Stentz, and I thought he filled in. He did a great job. Kyle comes from Towson University, where he was a transfer. And just plays the game with great energy. I think he plays with great passion, the two things that we really hope are staples in our program. Loves to play football, flies around, plays at a good speed, if you will, and Kyle really did a good job for our defense on Saturday.
What else did you see from the defense out there for you guys? Some
yeah,
positives.
Yeah, you know, I think that the two things that I think are really positive for me is I thought we got off to a great start. We really did a great deal of tackling and running to the football there early on. But that being said, I was really excited about Adam Williams and Trevor Cruzel. I think they'll be two anchors in our defense here for the next 3 years. I think they're just really special young men that play with great physicality, run to the football. They engulf what we want this program to represent. In Trevor Cruzel, it's blue collar, it's tough as nails, it's consistent every single day. And Adam Williams, it's talent, it's explosion, it's an understanding and a want to be part of something special. We've got two real good ones there that we're looking forward to seeing develop.
Shift gears, talk special teams. Another guy seeing first action was John Oberheide. Freshman comes in, makes his lone field goal attempt, makes all his extra points for you guys.
Yeah, John did a great job. A Chicago suburb kid, comes from a great high school program down there. Just did a good job stepping in for us, and it showed some consistency, but was a heck of a high school kicker, and a pretty celebrated one as well. So good to see a young man step up and play as well as he did.
Let's get into this week's viewer question. And if you have a question for Coach O, you can go to CoachOShow.com and get your question to ask there. This week's question comes from 10-year-old Carter. And Coach, he wants to know if you played football, what position you played, and was there another position that you wanted to play?
What's the young man's name?
Carter.
Carter, yes. I obviously from New Jersey and was a quarterback there in New Jersey and had some tremendous memories and was able to go on and play college football as a quarterback. Did I ever want to play another position? I always wanted to be a quarterback. There's no question about that. I think as I got older, I certainly wouldn't have mind, hey, can we run the ball once here, maybe? And there was a whole lot of no there. So I never put much thought into it. Was a quarterback really from a real young age. Started playing football when I was, about 7 or 8 years old, and it was one of those things you never forget. Our Pop Warner coach put us all on a line and said, "Who wants to be a quarterback?" I raised my hand, and who could throw it the furthest? I did, and you're the quarterback. And it was a small, neat environment, a great little sports town, and really grew up with the same group of guys, and it was special to see us grow together, and was able to accomplish some great things as a high school player that parlayed into a college career and obviously into a coaching career. So special memories I take with me forever.
If you've got a question for Coach Ostrowsky, you can send it to CoachOShow.com. Carter, we thank you for this week's question for the Coach O Show. Let's talk a little bit more special teams in the return game. Christian Jesse's been handling that this year, led the GLIAC in kick return yards last year. Your thoughts on the kick return for you guys this season?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Christian was a player of the game for us in special teams this past weekend, and I think he's a threat every single time you kick it to him. I think our scheme is good, and I think he hits it hard. I think he's special. I think he has an outstanding upside with a chance to play at the next level because he's got such phenomenal burst. Talk about Christian all the time. He's a joy to be around every day. He's a leader for me in this program, and he's a special football player.
We'll take a break here on the Coach O Show. When we come back, we'll get into the highlights from the Ashland game right here. Coming back right after this.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by Fry Chevrolet, Hudson Mechanical, Ramada of Marquette, 100.3 The Point, Wild Birds Unlimited, Jeffrey's Restaurant, Sawyer International Airport, and ABC 10.
Rick and I may not agree on everything, but one thing we both know is the quality of a Lennox furnace. It's one of the many products we sell in service here at Hudson Mechanical. They're innovative, quiet, and up to 98% efficient.
Stop in to see our Lennox furnaces and all the other great products we have to offer. Make sure to stay warm during your favorite game by taking advantage of our $125 tuna clean going on all fall at Hudson Mechanical. Really?
Come home to the Ramada of Marquette. A friendly, helpful staff is just the first step to a relaxing, comfortable stay. Newly renovated, spacious, and luxurious rooms with a full-service restaurant and bar, plus hot tub, pool, and sauna. Conveniently located near beautiful downtown Marquette, the family-owned and operated Ramada of Marquette, serving UP service for 40 years.
With over 40 bird species native to Michigan, our region is the perfect place for you to practice the relaxing and fulfilling art of birdwatching. Wild Birds Unlimited doesn't just sell the finest birdseed and supplies, they also offer an educational environment. Stop in and visit with Mike, your local expert. He'll enjoy giving advice to help you achieve an exciting transformation from an ordinary backyard to an extraordinary bird sanctuary. He'll even throw in a free sample of their premium birdseed. Let your curiosity fly free at Wild Birds Unlimited.
Going the distance seals the deal.
When time makes all the difference. When it's vacation time and you're ready to hit the beach.
Whatever your reason, Sawyer will get you there. Fly local. Fly Sawyer International.
Back here on the Coach O Show, time now to get into the highlights from the Wildcats game under the lights in Ashland.
Okay, as we take a look here to our defensive side of things, we switch gears and we start on defense this week. it's always exciting to see your defense play downhill, and that really means playing in a manner that's indicative of going towards the offense. And I think we did a great job here, obviously in a run set where we have what you call in the tackle box 9 hats, if you will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys pretty up there braced for run. I think we do a tremendous job of running the line here, and Adam Williams, who is from Lake City, we talk about Adam all the time, as a redshirt freshman, just does a great job here. And really, you're looking at Rodney Lamar, who's the Florida Atlantic transfer, Adam Williams, Kyle Polk, who's from Towson, who's a transfer from Towson, Marcus Lee, who's a transfer from Eastern Illinois, and then one of our true stars there, and Nick Krause doing a tremendous job, Trevor Cruzel, and then a true freshman at nose in Cornell Gilmore. And these guys really do a good job of forcing the action, and Adam does a hell of a job of splitting it there and makes a really good tackle for a loss with a little physicality and a good play. And you got some energy and passion. And Pat Ryan running to the football there is a true freshman as well, and guys are excited to play.
Adam really got some speed getting off the line there, getting into the backfield and bringing down the guy.
Absolutely. When we look at this second play here, they give us a little motion action. And this was a huge play for us, and we come up with just an old baby play, if you will. This was the old baby play of the week, where we say, wow, that one was a changer right there. And again, Adam Williams comes flying off the edge, and we do a great job running to the football, and we create a turnover. And if we could do these kind of things, we're going to be special on that side of the football. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And there's no question Adam is causing havoc here. But you got other guys that are really flying to the football, trying to get it done, and that's pretty good when you have that many white jerseys around the ball. And to me, that's a great look right there, right? That one right there. And it looks like you're playing college football at a pretty high level. That was a great play for us. Great moment at that point. We converted on that short field. It was 10-0 after that, and felt really good midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, no question. Coach, I'd like to see just like that on that play.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, another big play in the game here. They go reverse off a turnover, and we sniffed this out pretty well, and our kids were prepared for that look. Do a heck of a job off the corner, and a great play, and we come up big there and make good tackle there. So that was exciting to see. You love to make a play where they think they've got you, and it turns out the other way. And again, Trevor Cruzel flying off the corner with Kyle Polk. 2 real good young football players, going to be here next year, going to be here the year after. Both those guys making plays for us and just playing at a relentless type speed. And I think that's what we need every down. So that was a good football play for us.
How hard was it to adjust with the 2-quarterback system that they were using?
It was different. It was definitely different, and both kids brought a little something different to the table, and I thought they did a good job rotating those guys. It's going to be interesting to see the way that evolves, and if one player will show up as their starter. Okay, another big play for us here. They're bunched up in obviously a run formation with 2 tight ends and 2 fullbacks, a 22 personnel set. This was a huge 3rd and short, and we came up with a great play here for a tackle for loss. And just our guys, it's great to see them excited about making good plays. Again, Nick Krause making plays all over the field. Okay, this was the same sequence, and now it's 4th down, and they're going for it. So now it's 4th and medium. It was 3rd and short, so we got to come up with a big play here. Okay, we're playing man coverage, and Adam Williams coming off the edge one time again and forces him to throw the ball when he's not comfortable and off balance a little bit, and everybody's running to the football. We get an inaccurate throw and a great stop for our defense on 4th down.
No question, Adam Williams is a big playmaker for you guys.
Yep, and he'll continue to get better, continue to grow in his role and understand how to play every down, but heck of a game for him Saturday night. Okay, now we change gears and go to the offensive side of the ball. We're in a bunch set here, and we're going to sprint out, and we do a great job. Cody does a great job of getting his hips around. True freshman from Muskegon High School here in Michigan, Keandre Craig, and he runs an over route for us, and nothing better than that. Nothing better than that, and hitting them in stride. Does a great job. Here's what's pretty good about the play here. We get upfield and we get going, and then Keandre at the last minute switches to the outside hand, creates his inside arm free, and tries to get a little movement with the stiff arm. Just a real good football play. I thought the protection was excellent, which is our sprint out protection. Keon Kyler is sealing the edge. Cody's doing a great job sprinting with speed. Put the ball in the air, you got to catch. Now you get one of your athletes in space. He's going to switch the ball and get upfield a little bit. So not all bad for us on Saturday night.
Not at all. 5 receptions, 112 yards, and a touchdown for Keandre Craig on the night.
Okay, this one you don't draw up. This one you sit back on the sideline, you take your headphones off, and you say, thank God he plays for us. Cody here, who just got injured the play before, and he's hobbling a little bit. So we're going to make a good read there, and we pitch the football to Keon. He should be dead in the water. At this point, guys, he should be tackled, dead in the water, and he switches fields pretty good. And, oh, baby, and getting the field, that's touchdown Wildcats, and that's one of those deals where, again, you're thankful he plays for us, and a redshirt freshman. I mean, he's a redshirt freshman, so
he'll be here a while.
We're going to see Keon for a long way. Wyatt Jerson's a redshirt sophomore. I mean, these are guys that are going to be playing for the Wildcats here for some time as we grow and continue to get better and better. Great move, great lateral movement, and that's touchdown. Yeah, great play for us. Okay, now we move a little bit later in the game, and we got Dustin Thomas, who's a Villanova transfer, who's our backup quarterback. He's been waiting patiently, being prepared. We get in a slot look situation here, and we get a sprint out pass. Most impressive thing about the deal is without getting in great detail, is Marcus Tucker's ability to run the route, really get that safety to lean forward to the middle of the field. Now he's got him beat, and Dustin does a great job getting the ball in the air. I mean, that's a good-looking play right there. That's not stumbling in the end zone. That's pretty good. And that was our first drive coming out of halftime off a short field that was created by Chris and Jesse and the kickoff return. So excellent job for us as we get on the board there. It was good touchdowns, good throw. Happy for a young man to get some success.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we get back into that bunch set, and we're going to sprint away from it again, and we've got Keandre Craig again, and this time we kind of have a little bit of space there in the end zone. So we think we created something that caused a little havoc for them, and lucky enough for us, we were able to be successful with it. But again, it starts with the protection. If the protection's good, he's got the edge, he's able to get himself squared away, makes a good throw, and a pretty easy catch for a real young, talented receiver.
Second touchdown of the season for Keandre Craig after getting one the week before.
Mm-hmm. All good stuff for us. It was an exciting night. It was one that we're going to learn and grow from. You're never satisfied, never happy with a loss. This program doesn't want to represent losing football games, but we're going to learn from that one.
Absolutely. That's a look at this week's highlights. When we come back, we will scout the Wildcats' next opponent, the Hillsdale Chargers, right here on the Coach O Show.
Hey, Wildcat fans. It's time for this week's trivia question. Which previous NMU football player played in 3 Super Bowls? Was it A, Mark Maddox, B, Tim Kearney, or C, Steve Avery? Find out after the break.
Fry Chevrolet has the best selection of new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles, and you can shop them all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at FryChevy.com. On our website, you can check out the latest Chevrolet models. Visit our certified and pre-owned inventory with real-time photos so you can find exactly what you're looking for. We have the best inventory around, and we invite you to come down to our newly remodeled showroom and let our knowledgeable and efficient sales team help you find the perfect vehicle. Shop 24/7 at FryChevy.com. Make every day a Friday. FryChevy.com.
With over 40 bird species native to Michigan, our region is the perfect place for you to practice the relaxing and fulfilling art of birdwatching. Wild Birds Unlimited doesn't just sell the finest birdseed and supplies, they also offer an educational environment. Stop in and visit with Mike, your local expert. He'll enjoy giving advice to help you achieve an exciting transformation from an ordinary backyard to an extraordinary bird sanctuary. He'll even throw in a free sample of their premium birdseed. Let your curiosity fly free at Wild Birds Unlimited.
For the best breakfast in Marquette, come to Jeffrey's, where you can enjoy made-from-scratch baked goods with your breakfast. We also make fantastic homemade lunches and have a delicious dinner menu. On Friday nights, we serve up a great fish fry, which is sure to have you coming back again and again. Top it off with the best homemade pies in town. I'd like to invite you down to Jeffrey's, where it's all about food, family, and friends. Located up on the hill next to Econo Foods in Marquette.
Going the distance seals the deal.
When time makes all the difference. When it's vacation time and you're ready to hit the beach.
Whatever your reason, Sawyer will get you there. Fly local. Fly Sawyer International.
You know, Rick and I may not agree on everything, but one thing we both know is the quality of a Lennox furnace. It's one of the many products we sell in service here at Hudson Mechanical. They're innovative, quiet, and up to 98% efficient.
Stop in to see our Lennox furnaces and all the other great products we have to offer. Make sure to stay warm during your favorite game by taking advantage of our $125 tuna clean going on all fall at Hudson Mechanical. Really?
Which previous NMU football player played in 3 Super Bowls? The correct answer was A. Mark Maddox, who played for the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Coach O Show. Wildcats at home this coming Saturday, hosting the Hillsdale Chargers. And Coach, let's scout them a little bit. We talked last week about Ashland, how well coached they are. Hillsdale, they've got a GLIAC coaching legend in Keith Otterbein at the helm.
Yeah, for sure. Consistency, I would say, when you think about Hillsdale and the national landscape of Division II football, you think consistency year in and year out, finding a way to find success within this league, and they've done that for a long, long time, and this year's no exception, and we'll see a pretty good football team here Saturday.
Let's talk about them offensively, led by Sam Landry, a senior quarterback, so experienced at the quarterback position.
Yeah, a pro set offense. I think they'll do a lot of play action pass, a lot of boots and nakeds, if you will, where they're handing the football off and then trying to roll out off their handoff action. Very multiple within their route scheme, if you will. Defensively, very sound. Really are where they're supposed to be. You understand what coverage they're trying to play because they're perfectly lined up in their places. What it does is it gives you a good opportunity to define what they're trying to do. But a solid football team all the way around in the kicking game, offense and defense.
Talk about the defense a little bit and looking at their statistical leaders. A lot of juniors and seniors that are very experienced in the defensive side.
Yeah, I would say that their defense is their strong suit at this point. Run the football, physical with a lot of experience.
What do the Wildcats need to do to get back on track this week?
Yeah, you know, for us, it's really a simple equation. I think we're a pretty good young football team right now that's finding ways in the last 2 weeks to lose games, and it's really good football teams. Offensively, we got to pull ourselves together in terms of the penalties. We're just going through an exuberant amount of personal fouls, false starts, things that are not indicative of a good, well-coached offense. You always got to make sure that you're holding on to the football. We talk about ball security every day. And then on defense, I think it starts and stops with form tackling. If we can become a good football team in terms of us and our ability to tackle, I think we'll be off and running and we'll be a real solid football team.
Wildcats hosting the Hillsdale Chargers Saturday afternoon at the Superior Dome, 1 o'clock kick. Coach, as always, best of luck on Saturday.
Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll be back next week to take a look at the highlights from the Hillsdale game. Remember, if you've got a question for Coach Ostrowsky for the viewer question, go to CoachOShow.com. Also, next week, we will talk with a couple more members of the NMU football team. Until next week, everybody, thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by Fry Chevrolet, Hudson Mechanical, Ramada of Marquette, 100.3 The Point, Wild Birds Unlimited, Jeffrey's Restaurant, Sawyer International Airport, and ABC 10.